Welcome to our broadcast, Better Together, Mastering Observability with LogicMonitor and Presidio, brought to you by LogicMonitor. I'm your host, Kenna Johnson from the Channel Company. Adopting a distributed IT infrastructure is imperative for companies to stay competitive. However, the shift to sprawling IT ecosystems has created a new critical need: observability across the entire IT landscape. Today, we'll explore the necessity for observability and look at LogicMonitor's proactive and predictive monitoring for MSPs. I'm joined by Michael Tarbett from LogicMonitor and Vince Trauma from Presidio, a LogicMonitor partner. Welcome, and let's get started with our first segment. Segment 1, the benefits of unified observability. Michael, why is there a growing need for observability?
The value of observability and what it delivers to IT operators, it's not only large, but it's required in modern IT. Let me define unified observability because it really means two things. First, observability means collecting and analyzing data across all of your systems, your applications, and your data source. When an IT service is observable, it means you can ask questions of your data, even questions you've never had before, to respond to incidents or spot opportunities for efficiencies. If that data exists across multiple monitoring systems or multiple tools, however, you lose context, and thus getting insights is really difficult. This leads to the second point. Unified observability means having that visibility across all of your IT estate, whether it's been located in your data center for years, recently migrated to the cloud, or built in the cloud. Having the data and visibility to data in a single platform, you gain insights that you would not have had otherwise, and you get those insights really, really quickly. That's the value of observability.
Now, what distinguishes observability from monitoring, and what are the benefits?
I get this question asked a lot, and the way that I would describe it is that observability and monitoring are different, but they are related. And to get to observability, you can't do it without monitoring. So the terms are related, but they're also different. Monitoring tells you that something is wrong. Observability, in contrast, uses data collection to tell you what is wrong and, more importantly, why did it happen. Let me break it down even further. With monitoring, an organization defines metrics you want to monitor, and you collect that set of metrics and potentially logs from the relevant monitoring systems. And from here, monitoring can tell you about multiple problems which are very valuable, such as how's my network latency or CPU utilization, or is there a failed database operation, or is there a health of our servers issues? So it covers a very important swath for enterprise IT. Observability expands the monitoring landscape beyond answers as to what is wrong with why is it wrong in the first place. A good example, for instance, would be a patient in a doctor's office, say for high blood pressure. By taking your blood pressure, you can tell there's a problem. That's monitoring. You go in, you do a blood pressure and you're 145 over 95, right? The doctor's going to say, you have high blood pressure, right? Okay, that's monitoring. Observability goes a step further like a doctor would to ask what is causing the high blood pressure and what are the course of actions you need to take. This might involve your diet, your exercise patterns, your sleep, your stress, and many other factors. And the doctor will take all these recommendations to get a better monitored result. And here is why this is important. Since the evolution of cloud computing 15 to 20 years ago, combined with the use of distributed apps, gone are the days when one could monitor a single cluster of VMs and call it a day. Modern IT is much more complex. For instance, an app might span multiple clouds, using containers, using microservices, and these services may be distributed and multi-layered. Observability helps see all these layers of information to help IT navigate beyond being reactive to getting to proactive and eventually becoming predictive, which is where everyone wants to be. And this is the key difference between the need for simple monitoring versus observability. Having a multi-tiered environment requires a holistic view of the overall infrastructure, and that, Kenna, is a view that only observability can provide.
Observability comes from a robust monitoring platform. How is LogicMonitor the key to getting on that journey of best-in-class observability practice?
Here at LogicMonitor, we have spent a decade building a best-in-class SaaS monitoring platform that is used by thousands of customers. Keep in mind the prior question about the difference between observability and monitoring. You don't get to observability without monitoring. So for over a decade, we've kind of perfected this, and this is key in the journey of getting to observability. Over the past several years, however, we have further evolved our platform to deliver invaluable end-to-end observability across applications, networks, and infrastructure. At LogicMonitor, we look at observability perhaps a little bit differently than other vendors. We view observability as a business imperative rather than just metrics, logs, and traces all coming together. This is important because most businesses are already immersed in digital transformation. Teams and technologies are converging, and because of this, organizations are becoming more and more defined by software. Today, point solutions, monitoring tools, or log management tools, they fail to provide the required observability context across your digital backbone. They don't offer a unified view or near real-time performance view across the entire enterprise. Observability is about running your business efficiently by making every digital element observable. And once enabled, this provides insight that can help your teams immensely. For instance, when to right-size infrastructure, to delivering what is needed, to not paying for excess capacity. And for that, you need to start with a rock-solid core of discovery and monitoring to then layer on the appropriate metrics that tie the business to the customer. At LogicMonitor, this is our goal for our partners and customers in their observability journey.
For an organization looking to optimize and maintain infrastructure performance, what capabilities should they look for in a solution?
Until now, the industry has been talking about observability in a technical sense. But what does observability really mean to a digital business? If you take a cross-section of your enterprise, there are three pillars that really matter. Customer experience being the first one. What is the experience that your end customers are getting when they interact with your app or they interact with your portal or whatever it may be? Number two is employee productivity. You've invested tools and all sorts of tools for your employees. Perhaps it's Zoom, perhaps it's Salesforce, perhaps it's O365. How are these tools performing? Because when they don't perform well, there's a cause and effect to your employee productivity. And third is digital infrastructure. Digital infrastructure is changing at a record pace. There's new types of modalities and things and IoT devices, edge devices that are encompassing the infrastructure in today's modern IT. To be a successful business today, you need to complete visibility across these pillars and be able to map the relationship between these pillars to achieve common outcomes and economies of scales. Once applications are in production with an observability strategy, you can then start to look to find every opportunity to make it more efficient, from making better infrastructure and platform decisions to identifying areas that are running hot and require attention, whether it's improving application performance or scaling up infrastructure. The platform that modern businesses need today, it encompasses rich monitoring capabilities to see and measure all devices, but also context of why things are happening so they move from being reactive and ultimately predictive about avoiding problems before they ever arise. When applied to customer experience, employee productivity, and digital infrastructure, this creates the ideal IT environment for organizations, and this is what LogicMonitor does really well for our partners.
That brings us to segment 2, more than a platform, a true partner. How does the LogicMonitor platform provide MSPs with unified observability?
From its inception, LogicMonitor was designed as a SaaS platform with three key attributes which are highly relevant for service providers. Number one, we were built for speed, ease of deployment, and easy admin. Let me give you an example. Rather than deploying agents to every monitored device, which then needs frequent configuration updates and software updates, LogicMonitor innovated an agentless model. We have customers that have ripped out 30 and 35 and 40,000 separate agents and replaced it with 80 agentless collectors that could be centrally managed. Think about the time to market in deploying customers, the time to market in seeing infrastructure and putting eyes on targets so you can begin servicing your customers. It's super powerful. Number two, we were built for hybrid. And this is really important. It was a bet we made long ago, and it's paid off quite well. But we were built assuming you will have hybrid IT estates for the foreseeable future. Our device coverage map spans thousands of different types of technologies, including on-prem, cloud infrastructure monitoring, and the services that run on top of that infrastructure. But the magic here is that you see it in a single view, and you don't have to swivel between separate consoles to see what's going on. And then the third layer for us is we were built for intelligence. We make getting data easy and help you gain insights from that data. From proactively finding anomalies in your data to finding unusual patterns in resource utilization that could signal a problem, our vision is to allow you to analyze thousands of alerts and then apply AI and NLP to transform that data into the few actionable insights your organizations can follow up on and to investigate complex incidents. These capabilities have led us to become a preferred choice globally for service providers who are looking to modernize their business to support their observability journey.
What other unique capabilities does LogicMonitor provide to partners, and in what ways do they benefit?
As your partner, whether you're using LogicMonitor to serve your customers or you are a reseller, our mantra is threefold. We are becoming easier to work with by simplifying how partners engage with us. Next, we're helping partners expand their capabilities by assisting them with go-to-market activities, enablement, and training. And lastly, LogicMonitor is making strategic investments across our partner ecosystem to create momentum through growth initiatives while helping customers realize the value of their investment in LogicMonitor.
Michael, how have your partner relationships guided the direction of the LogicMonitor platform?
I appreciate the question because customers play a tremendous role in guiding the product that we deliver to the market. We are a customer feedback, customer input organization. This is the guiding North Star to what we prioritize, what we build, and how we deliver for our partners. And our customers today are very actively involved in participating in our product advisory boards, our customer advisory boards, our industry analyst meetings, and feedback roadmap sessions with our chief product officers and our engineering teams. We also launched an LM community, which is providing a collaborative online way to keep a two-way conversation with other LogicMonitor users. Today, our partners are a very vital part of our business. They represent over 70% of our global revenue.
Segment 3, Realizing the Value of LogicMonitor. Vince, Presidio is a LogicMonitor partner. Can you tell me about Presidio, the types of clients you serve, and what they expect from you as a service provider?
Presidio is a global digital solutions provider, laser-focused on business transformation. We start with a very simple proposition from our field teams. It's build trust with our clients and our partners. Laser-focused on outcomes, we provide a full life cycle of professional, managed, and support services to help both operationalize and secure the technologies that we provide. Presidio spans almost every industry: healthcare, higher education, government, banking, media, entertainment, and a whole host of others.
Why did you decide to partner with LogicMonitor, and how does the combination of Presidio and LogicMonitor help differentiate you in the market?
We evaluated the technology at that time, and we realized that it would significantly enhance our operational efficiency. It was a far superior tool set than what we had been leveraging. That was the first major reason. The second reason was, for us, for Presidio, it matters that we design and implement the correct solution for our customer. The multiple routes to market that LogicMonitor has made it a perfect fit. While managed services are super strategic and very important to us, if a customer wants to go at it alone, LogicMonitor has been a terrific resale partner for Presidio. When you talk about what differentiates us, it's our culture. The Presidio culture is deeply rooted in solving complex client challenges. And when you marry that deep desire to put smiles on customers' faces with the unique data insights that LogicMonitor provides, we believe that's the unique differentiation in the market.
How has the partnership helped you transform your customers' businesses, and how does it continue to help drive innovation?
Working with LogicMonitor, it's fundamentally changed the way that we deliver our services and rapidly solve our client challenges. The observability and the data insights that the toolset provides into our clients' environment give us a unique understanding of what's driving their business. That observability helps our teams really make the best recommendations and provide strategic guidance on improving their operations and, most importantly, maximizing uptime and minimizing outages. Our clients, they're also equally impressed with how we utilize LogicMonitor, and they try and mirror that and mimic that in their own environment. So they create executive dashboards and similar views that they can leverage on their own for their own constituents within the organization. Having all that insight, it's completely changed the way our clients fundamentally view us as a provider.
How has the LogicMonitor platform increased scalability and efficiency, and how has this expanded customer opportunities?
The LogicMonitor platform has notably improved our scalability and efficiency. It's made it very easy for us to manage our growing customer base without sacrificing any performance. That combined with the real-time monitoring and the inherent automation that comes with LogicMonitor, it's enhanced our reliability, it's reduced our operational costs, and most importantly, it's allowed for us to get back to our customers with root cause very quickly. The data analytics provided by LogicMonitor helps us make informed decisions. It helps us identify new opportunities within our customer base. This has led to stronger relationships and increasing the adoption of our managed services portfolio.
What role do you feel observability plays in providing positive business outcomes for your customers?
Mike had mentioned this earlier, and I couldn't agree with him more. IT has become more and more complex, and the need for observability and IT instrumentation, in my opinion, is a table stake. If you're operating a complex IT environment today and you don't have observability, you are asking for some serious challenges ahead. The real-time insights and the swift problem resolution enables, proactive IT management and ultimately informed decision-making. The result, again, I keep saying it, happier customers, right? We get to root cause quicker. LogicMonitor helps us do that, and it helps delight our customer base.
Vince and Michael, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Ken. And again, Michael, thank you and the LogicMonitor team for asking us to participate.
You bet. Thank you, Vince, for participating. Kenneth, thank you for hosting us.
If you'd like to learn more about LogicMonitor and Presidio, visit the websites on your screen. For the channel company, I'm Kenna Johnson.